Hello, it's Monday, March 16th, 2020, and I want to share some memories about my very good friend and caregiver when I was in Madrid, Nico. I met Nico just a little more than a year ago in February of last year when he arrived in Spain from Ukraine, the Ukraine. And he was a refugee from the Ukraine. He was fleeing homophobia in his home country. It was very bad there, and I think it still is. So he came to Madrid where he had uh, some support available to him, and the NGO that was supporting me in the housing that I had in Madrid, there was an extra room in my flat, and so that's where Nico came to stay with me. And it was difficult for him at first. I know that he didn't speak Spanish, and he spoke some English, and he spoke a lot more of it living with me, that's for sure. I remember going shopping very early on with Nico, along with my good best friend in Madrid, Paco. We were hoping to find. And Nico has very big feet, so it was very hard to find tacones or high heels for him. Because Nico and I, as his fairy godmothers, we wanted to get him into dresses as soon as we could. We did buy couple of dresses for him that he looked fabulous in. Nico had studied makeup artistry when he was in the Ukraine, and he was very talented, very, very gifted. And he continued those studies when he was in Madrid, and I think he's currently working at L'Oreal in Madrid. Anyway, what else are some of the adventures I had with Nico? Oh, I know that he would love for me to share the time I took him to the island of Mallorca last summer for his birthday, his 21st birthday. My good friend David is living on the south side of the island of Mallorca, and he had a guest room available, and so Nico and I flew from Madrid to Mallorca, or to Palma, I guess, and then we took a bus. I remember, and David picked us up. We had a wonderful, I think it was an extended weekend, 4 days or so, in that beautiful Mediterranean island. It was gorgeous. We swam in the very clear waters of the Mediterranean, went snorkeling, had a wonderful time. Nico met a boyfriend when he was down there, a good rich husband, Spanish husband. Here's hoping. And then on the way back, we David dropped us off at the airport, and I was tired. It was a long day and a long weekend and all. I was anxious to get home, and there was a very, very long queue to to check in at the airport. And I said to Nico, I said, there is no way I'm going to stand in this long line. So I had my cane with me, and I went to I guess it was the kiosk for Ryanair, which was our airline, and I asked the woman who spoke Spanish and English if she could arrange a wheelchair for me so that I could, get on the airplane and not have to stand in that long line. And so they made those arrangements and all. And so Nico and I were waiting for it's that mobile, like a golf cart thing, that takes you from the ticket counter. It whisked us right past all of the waiting travelers and all, right to the gate and all. And we had a little bit of a wait, but Nico was amazed how quickly I was able to do that just by carrying my stick. Yeah, well, I've been good at this for a few years now. anyway, we had a wonderful time in Mallorca. There was a birthday cake, and it was a great birthday for Nico. And I hope we may be able to get to do it again uh, this coming summer after this coronavirus bullshit is all over with. Anyway, I have very, very fond memories of the time I spent with Nico. He was just wonderful, and I know he'll continue to be fabulous. You too. Bye.